day, good people, are finding the year of the paradigm. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, No More Cars. You know me as the man who knows that this is the week. It is Sunday tonight, and as we tiptoe closer and closer to Friday, it will be the fight before Christmas. Friday, Saturday, 2-night events, so get ready for it. Be prepared, because it's gonna go down soon. And speaking of, those shows are gonna feature not one but two big rumbles. These two big rumble matches will feature several superstars, including 16 superstars that we're showcasing tonight in two big 8-person battle royales while we reveal your top 4 selections in your Rumble voting. I'm very excited. I think the votes were pretty cool, but we're gonna find out together. As well as a little champion versus champion action. It will be Q-taro Burgerburg versus Golden one-on-one ahead of their championship matches this Friday and Saturday. As well as keep going forward in our main event, Nahida has asked to go one-on-one with the End after what transpired this past Friday. We'll see how this all plays out, and to make matters more safe, I suppose, for the duration of the match, all members of the Equalist movement are banned from ringside. And that is our show. I have nothing further to say because there is one more match and one more thing that I need to mention to you guys. Because on night 1 of the fight before Christmas, we are going to have an AEW United World Championship match. Arrow will defend that title again against who? You're deciding right now, tonight. Throughout the duration of this show, up until the end of the final match, a vote will be open not just for who will be in that match, but for what type of match it will be. All decided right here tonight through the duration of the show, so you are going to want to be here. It's probably already up, so people could vote early if they can't be here. But more importantly, get those votes in because it will close at the end of this show. In fact, it'll be announced in chat, more than likely, at the end of the show. Without further ado though, hey, get those votes in. I'm excited to see what you guys pick, because one-on-one, it's time again for Mondo's Road Rage Open Challenge. As the stars go... Perfect. Flag. I thought it was a little too early. It is kind of nice to be back in an arena proper. As I told you guys, we didn't have time to set up the whole fracture set, get all of our superstars to this location, and logistically it would have cost a ton of money to produce the show that we had this Saturday instead of Friday. But Mondo coming out here first. Mondo is probably at a, not just a loss, like, emotionally without his ultimate talent, but also physically, mentally, and I think the biggest question is, why doesn't he have his talent back? Like, at this juncture, we know that, you know, Deity Miku can give talents back. Why are we waiting on Mondo? Or maybe there's like, maybe we don't quite understand the general, like, how. Maybe there's some sort of level of, like, self-awareness or sense of self that needs to happen. I'm not sure. But coming out, ooh, I think it is just an All Bikers Open Challenge tonight. It looks like from Persona 3. I believe the leader of the student council, and I would say probably second in command when it comes to C's, Mitsuru, is here. It's been a minute since we've seen a Persona 3 character in the AWE, but she is here tonight, motorcycle and all, and she's looking to kick some butt. Can Mondo finally clutch up a victory tonight? He has lost to superstar after superstar, visiting superstar after superstar. Some of those superstars who we have signed, admittedly. But we're keeping those contracts under wraps until maybe the Rumble or maybe some other time. I digress, though. Best of luck to you, Miss Mitsuru. Excited to see how this all plays out, though. Mondo. Mitsuru. And Mondo's got to have in his mind that if he loses this match, too, who knows how it's going to play? One, two. I need a running count of how many times Mondo's been hit immediately with a finisher in these open challenges, because he has been unlucky. But if this was a Rumble, he would have just gotten an elimination. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Not here tonight. Mitsuru able to push Mondo away. Owada down on his back again. What is going on? A clubbing forearm right to the temple. Audience chanting one more time. Mondo's having a bad time with these open challenges. I don't know how many times he's been hit with both finishers, because he said, let's start these open challenges. I want to start off electrifying. Oh, Mondo was going for that cleaning your clock. He was looking to clean your clock, but instead, Mitsuru gets tossed to the outside. Going after the knee right now, and you know what? That's a wise decision. He now knows that he can get hit with that running headbutt that Mitsuru has. And still going after. Ooh, that was actually the midsection, not the legs this time. Owada climbing up high. We know he's a big man, but he can, if he wants to be a high flyer. Mitsuru just stands there and walks away as Mondo gets a hit to the back and calls up for the finisher. And he may be looking to turn this thing around, but Mitsuru with a proper counter of clean your clock. Into a roll up. No, into a power bomb. Almost actually a suplex since it didn't go right in front. But Mondo not out yet. Down, but certainly not out as he's looking to carry Mitsuru. Mitsuru back on her feet. And a shot to the back of the knee of Mondo. Mondo with these torn pants. A broken will. And I'll tell you what, even if you get your Ultimate Talent back, maybe that's a part of it. If he got his Ultimate Talent back, I feel like his will would still be broken. Especially after losing so often in these open challenges. And the pinfall does land. And he's down. For one. But just one. Will might be broken, but he's not down and out. Might be down on his luck, but he's not down and out. He might be down and out, you guys. I might have to take that back. He may be down and out. Correction. 1, 2, and that is resiliency from Mondo. Mitsuru is as fresh as a daisy. Speaking of Daisy, I think rides a motorcycle generally in Mario Kart. Or, you know, you could select motorcycle. Knee strike. Right to the heart. Mitsuru already has another signature. These open challenges are starting to get hard to watch, huh? Especially if you're a Mondo fan. Mondo fans at the beginning of 2025, they were eaten. They had Mondo Rumble at the end of last year. They had Mondo AV Mania win. They had Mondo great title defense. But ever since he lost that Ultimate Talent, he's been having a bad time. Standing power bomb and the sledgehammer right afterwards to stun him. Oh, she's smart. Wait a minute. I think the dangerous part is that she has him there and then stunned him first. Mondo back up to his feet though. And she, hold on. Mondo cleaned her clock. 1, 2, kick out. Mondo at least able to clean her clock and a punch right to the temple. Close hand strike, and with that heavy fist, she might be seeing stars. Those stars may be going black, and everything, including her vision, might be going black as well. Mitsuru back up to a knee, able to knock the stop sign out of Mondo's head. Don't tell me she's going for a power bomb onto the stop sign. Ugh! She had mercy and ran over top of it instead as she's going to the corner, and we saw her do this at the beginning of the fight. Last time she did it. Oh no, it's not a standing head, but it's a running. 1, 2, 3, and the clock strikes midnight. She calls that forearm strike the midnight hour, and it'll put you right to sleep. Goodness gracious. Now going after the knee, shot after shot rolls out of the way. Trash can in a hand and tosses it into the ring. Mitsuru Kirujo in firm control, already has another signature finisher. Mondo might not get a single fall in this fight. Scared him. Mondo tensed up, and he tensed up right into a DDT, and another torpedo Moscow! Oh, Mondo, oh no, not like this, buddy. Even with the slow count, because the referee caught some of that torpedo Moscow, Mondo could not kick out. Whoever is challenging Mondo at the fight before Christmas may have an easy fight ahead of them, as Mondo's at his lowest of lows. But look at the amazing work by Mitsuru with that midnight hour. Right to the temple, basically crushing the skull. Maybe a little CTE, not for nothing, as she's back up to the top. Knee strike, landed right onto the guts. Almost looked like it landed right onto the crotch. To be honest, I wouldn't be getting up after that either. And this power bomb. And right afterwards with the sledgehammer, the one move Mondo really got off here, cleaned her clock, but it was not enough, not even for resiliency. 1, 2, wasn't 3, and this is where we saw it. Running in for that midnight hour. Could have broken the nose, could have cracked the jaw, but what it did was get the 1, 2, 3. That is a guarantee. Medics are gonna have to look at Mondo after this one. They're gonna have to look at him. They've looked at him after every match. Nothing's hurt, nothing's broken besides his pride, besides his spirit. You have to remember, this is a man who less than a month ago was the AWE All-Star Champion. Less than a month ago, rather, this was your AWE All-Star Champion, and look at how far he's fallen. One victory at the fight before Christmas could salvage a lot of what he's lost. But if he can't get through that, a lot of people have to be wondering about where Mondo's career goes from here. But good for Mitsuru. She rode in, beat him up, and then rode out. Fist up in the air. Congratulations to Mitsuru in a very quick, admittedly, and pretty one-sided bout. Mondo, I am really hoping the best for you in the near future, buddy. That being said, I need to get up my document, because we got, first of all, 8 competitors who are in the Rumble competing right here, right now, and I need to really figure out who got what order in terms of your Rumble votes. The men are up first. 8 competitors, remember, once again, as we get ready and as the stars go. Ooh, Black. You. Wait a minute. Aren't you retired? You retired yesterday. Oh, you're telling me that 30% of the votes with a 2-vote lead even on second place, he is not just fighting Cassius Bright at the fight before Christmas. He is entering the Men's Rumble this year by your votes. I guess there's a world where Cassius Bright is not his last match. Should he do very well in the Rumble, or should he win the Rumble? Those worlds exist. Or somebody can make a name for themselves by beating up John Cena. Your name's not AJ Styles, so, you know, maybe a new option for someone to beat up John Cena. The best of luck to him. The best of luck to the greatest of all time. The best of luck to John Cena. Number 1 in your votes, and number 2 maybe, or not number 2. I don't think. It is not number 2. This is, I believe, number 3. This is 3rd place in your votes. It is Dante from Limbus Company. Welcome in, Dante. I think the 2nd person to ever compete from the old Limbus, not for nothing. As he slides in, I don't know much about this guy, this creature. Has what looks like a clock for a face, I believe, a burning clock. But you know what? He's got style. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes for you to get a contract here in the AWE. That's not true. That is not entirely true, but we must go on. As Dante was, once again, your number 3 in the votes. Who was number... two from right? Yes, from Dispatch. It is Punch Up. What is he gonna do? He's gonna punch upward, I would assume. Don't know much about this character. He's got a shillelagh. He feels very Irish. He might even say top of the morning to ya. But he's here, and he's in the Rumble. He's incredibly strong. I know that much. We'll see if strength is going to be able to save him, because it also takes technique. It takes ring IQ to win a Rumble of this size, to survive potentially 30 competitors. He could come out at number 2. We know who's coming out at number 1. That dastardly XSP. As our field continues to grow, who got 4th? Unless it's somebody else. Number 4 in your votes. An OC who's had opportunities, but just narrowly misses getting the job done. It might be the biggest opportunity of his career. Kaz is here, and mentioning that, we should say another OC entering the Rumble, but the OC Championship will actually be on the line for the first time at the Fight Before Christmas. It will be JFJ cashing in his chance for Conquest, or chance at Conquest. It's one of the two. But he is cashing in on DJ for a one-on-one match at the Fight Before Christmas. We'll see how it all plays out, as Kaz, however, is entering the Rumble via your votes. And you know what? You love to see it. You truly and sincerely do. Also had an opportunity, a chance for Conquest. Pulled off that crazy super finisher that almost won it for his team. Got his team back in the fray after they were suffering tremendously. Made it a 1 pinfall difference. Now is an opportunity for himself in the Rumble match. And speaking of Rumble matches, the man who won the OC Rumble, it is, as he says, God's perfect ref. Splendid is here. Splendid taking a little bit of time away from refereeing while the Amon situation started to settle. It has not settled, but he is definitely here for the Rumble match. You love to see, you know, a while ago, an opportunity was actually offered to have Splendid's job on the line if he were to fight Sprinkles. Sprinkles declined. Sprinkles, a poor, unfortunate soul, was not privy to getting back into the ring, understandably, based on the trauma that he's had. But Splendid, more than happy to say, hey, I still got my job, and you know what? I'll have a singles match at AV Mania once I win this Rumble. A lot of people would not want to see that. They would be rooting for whatever champion there was, but there's a world where, who knows, it could be a champion we all hate. Splendid enters this Battle Royale tonight. In a few days' time, we'll be stepping in somewhere between 2 and 30 into the Fight Before Christmas Rumble for a championship opportunity at AV Mania. And who else is here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. The men's OC Rumble had some bad times, didn't it?
And from Manila, Philippines, weighing in at 242 pounds, A.
I can't believe we had to put this thing here. I can't believe this thing is going to be in the Rumble. You know, XSP is not that bad. You know, I don't think this thing can even communicate. Maybe XSP should trade numbers with this thing. I'll talk to XSP later. Anywho, I digress because, you know, this thing can't, you know, can't talk. So, you know, on behalf of one of our competitors, I think maybe I should make the trade. You know what you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know. That being said, we haven't dished out the rest of the numbers yet, so, you know, we'll talk about it. And who else is entering the Rumble? Because 2 more people will be entering as well. Once again, newcomer Claude Von Regan is officially in the Fight Before Christmas Rumble. He and Olivier have been trying to make their, or I guess, put their footing here in the AWE. They've both come close to qualifying for Tag Team Championship gold, but have just been short. At the Rumble, it's every man for themselves. Will Claude be able to do it for himself this weekend? Or I guess next weekend, because it's still technically the weekend. But I guess for some of you who are watching, it's probably technically Monday already. We'll see. Anywho, Claude is officially in the men's Fight Before Christmas Rumble and fires a shot at the sky. Let's see if he's able to do it. Very, very nice, very smooth with the music as well. And as we go on, who is the last person in this matchup? As we said, in a Rumble, it's every man for himself, but that might not be entirely true. If you have a partner in the Rumble, a tag team partner, they might work together with you for a little bit. They might help you eliminate people. They might, hey, break up an elimination to save you. And then when it's just the 2 of you left, then you 2 might do a little bit of battling. Olivier is also in the Rumble. When we see those 2 team up, this will be a good measure of how they truly feel about working together. Because between the 2 of them, it might be easy for them to eliminate the rest of the 6 who are just focused on themselves, or it could be the rest of the 6 say, hey, there's still 2 of them left, let's get them. Or hopefully all the other 7 say, hey, let's get the Aswang out of here. That's what I hope. Not for nothing, but I digress. Olivier, you love to see it. And it all begins, and look who's immediately going after Splendid. It's John Cena. Whew. It is so good to get out of that neck brace as well. They say I only need to wear it now if I'm feeling any pain. If the pain returns. I haven't had any of the pain in like a couple of days. I wore it recently, but today is the official day that I can at least take it off and see how I feel. I'm glad I'm able to do that before the fight before Christmas. Still a little stiffness in my neck, but no pain. Still no pain. As Splendid is getting rocked by Dante. Punch up. Ooh, taking down Dante. And now John Cena punch up are going 1v1. 8 competitors in this ring right now. Over the top rope is how you get eliminated. Both feet have to touch the ground. As Dante hits a nice nope, but not just a standard suplex. Looks like a Falcon's arrow to me. As Olivier is rolling through with the swung and a kick right to the head. And looked like, they did work together a little bit on Dante there. Cass gets tripped up. Punch up goes after John Cena. Little 5-knuckle action, but not in a shuffle formation from Punch Up. Kaz going after the swung, big punch to the face. I think a little bit of history, I suppose, between Kaz. Oh no, saves himself. I was gonna say a little bit of history between Kaz and the swung. Back when the swung was still, a human being. I think those two were allies. And now, speaking of allies, these two allies seem to not be working together. Olivier and Claude ended up grabbing each other there. And look at this, went for a kick. Dante still standing. Kaz is now taking it to Splendid. Those two also have history as well. In a semi-final match, or I guess a finals match for a #1 contender opportunity, it was Kaz versus Splendid. Splendid was able to get the job done and become OC champion. And they, I don't think, ever had another 1v1 after that. Kick right to the head. John Cena now duels it out with the swung. Cena lifting the swung up and rotting back into the turnbuckle, tosses him like yesterday's garbage. A punch right to Claude's gut. And the swung has Dante up high in the sky. Moonsault by Olivia and a clothesline by Punch Up. This is something we could see. We could see this exact 8 in the Rumble again this coming weekend. As the swung is looking to try and eliminate Dante, will he get him? Punch right to the head. Not the case. As this matchup rolls on, Punch Up still standing up tall. After a kick from Dante, Dante throwing Punch Up into the corner, and now John going after Dante. Dante lifted up and not slammed down, lands on his feet. Big chops as the swung now on the ropes. Is Splendid gonna eliminate this disgusting, despicable, vile creature, John Cena, coming to assist? If you... Ladies and gentlemen, did you have John Cena and Splendid Vaughn working together on your ever-in-life bingo card? I can tell you what, I didn't. I can tell you what, that was never going to be on my bingo card, but it has happened today. Splendid also looking to take out Kaz, and he does. Claude almost out. Splendid now going after another competitor, maybe going after too many at one time. Tosses, and look at this. Dante able to get a reversal, up on his feet still, and bam. Cena trying to catch his breath over to the side. Cena looked like was going after Splendid there for a second, is still going after Splendid. Turns Splendid around, sends him into the corner, but Punch Up right behind him, and is looking to take out the back of John Cena with a brogue to the face as well. Everybody's roughed up this far into the matchup. Claude on the middle rope has to go over the top rope to be eliminated as Cena is stunned, you don't think? Ladies and gentlemen, so far, Splendid has eliminated every person in this matchup. John Cena very close to being tossed out, saves himself. Splendid and John, the only ones with elimination. Splendid involved with both of them. That may be changing here in a second as Olivier is up on the shoulders of John. And don't tell me, not an AA. He switched directions out of the ring. John and Splendid now both with 2 eliminations. Olivier never saw it coming. Neck breaker to Claude. Dante. Ooh, wait a minute. Punch Up looking to eliminate John. Greatest of all time up on the top turnbuckle. Holding on for dear life. Trying to wiggle out of the way. Turns sideways. And Punch Up gets John out. We are down to Claude. Dante. Punch Up. Splendid. Punch Up. Oh, gets hit with that Splendid back elbow. But Dante from behind looks to eliminate Splendid. Takes him down neck first. Lifts him right back up. Big chop and a super kick to the back of the head of Dante, but Claude unable to capitalize and gets saved by Dante. Unintentionally, I assume, as, oh, reversal over there. Splendid has been putting on some fine work as we are halfway through this battle royale. 4 competitors left. Top rope is calling people's names as Punch Up and Splendid both looking for eliminations. Punch Up might get his as Claude is on wobbly legs, holding on, and gets a shoulder checked into the gut of Punch Up. And it looks like it might be the end for Splendid tonight. Doesn't have resiliency right now. It is going right over the top rope. Dante eliminates Splendid. And now we are down to Claude, Punch Up, Dante. Big old bro kick from the Irishman. Dropped onto the leg instead as Dante has now surveyed all of his opponents. Jumps up, jumps down, goes after Claude instead, kicks to the gut. And maybe looking to stun Claude. If you get stunned in a rumble, you are in dire straits. Dante, ooh, gets reversed and tossed to the corner. Claude runs into Punch Up. I was going to say, Claude needs to be careful because Mans is stunned right now. Hurricane Rana. But they're not focused on Claude. It looks like they're focused on Claude now. Dragging him. Turns him around. Dragging him again, but Claude this time gets a couple of elbows right into the gut. All 3 men are almost as equally harmed. Dragging Claude, and again Claude gets elbows right into the guts of Punch Up. Catches that foot. Claude is on a roll right now. Went for a chop there. Punch Up not in control. Claude slamming Punch Up. Lifting an old PU, Punch Up, rolled through. Dante, however, tossing Claude to the corner. And is running at him. Big knee strike, and he's busted open, following with a bulldog afterwards. But Punch Up was there, ready for him, lifting up Dante. Reversal, and drops him. Wait a minute. And the hands of time locked in. But a couple more shots to the back of that dome, to the back of that face of the clock. And now Punch Up's the one who punched right up into the balls, but didn't see Claude behind him. Claude missing wildly with that move. It may have saved Punch Up in the moment, but hasn't ruined Claude as Claude is fighting his heart out. Punch Up ducks out of the way. Claude, a couple more shots right into the chest this time of Punch Up. Was looking for something. Low-hanging neck breaker. And Dante is calling. Oh, for whatever it was, it got reversed by Claude. Claude is having the show of his life, maybe the best performance he's ever had so far in the AWE. But he gets knocked out. Kips right back up, though, as, oh my gosh, Dante's eliminated. Claude looking to get the final elimination. He's had one heck of a battle royale. Flips Punch Up open. Claude wins. Will this be the sight this weekend? I have to point out to all of the things that happened in this fight. First of all, the Aswang eliminated by John Cena and Splendid working together. Never in my wildest dreams did I think the greatest of all time would team up with someone many people think is the most despicable of all time. That may have changed with Amon on the scene. Look at that. They worked together on that, and immediately Splendid punches John Cena in the face. And there we saw the backbreaker into the Brogue. A little shout out to a fellow Irishman and Sheamus. And we have to talk about Claude's performance today. Claude was waiting for that career-making performance, and I think we may have just found it in this Battle Royale. If he can keep up the same performance this coming weekend of the fight before Christmas, he might have himself a 1v1 match at AV Mania. Could we see Claude standing tall one more time? His partner was A8 out of the ring by John Cena, but he stands tall. Claude. With an incredible Battle Royale performance, we'll see if that translates into the Rumble this weekend. Remember, we still have another Battle Royale to get on our hands. Claude, congratulations. Give me the stars. Hey, big congrats to that man. We will continue, because we have ourselves a little 1v1 champion versus champion match. It's Golden versus Q-taro Burgerburg. Q-taro, we now know, is facing off one-on-one against Gin. It is Cat Dog versus Muscle Gorilla inside of the ring for the AWE Championship. The All-Star Champion Golden will be defending against Tartaros, who earned a shot in a match that Golden was the special guest referee for. How is that going to translate, and how do they feel about each other? I know they've had a heated rivalry in the past, but tonight, neither of their opponents are involved in this matchup. So it's just a standard who's better champion versus champion as the stars go. Black. Tartaros! Tartaros with an attack from behind on Golden. Yo, it's barely any time until the fight before Christmas. What the heck is that all about? Tartaros has some explaining to do. But Golden, unfazed, so is Q-taro with that hit. Deity Miku has essentially ordered her disciples to focus on their championships and have good title reigns. But you saw Q-taro there holding his hands together, likely whispering or saying to himself, blessed be Deity Miku, or maybe I love you, Miku. We'll see how that plays into effect in this matchup. Right now, it is the Beast in baseball, Q-taro Burgerburg, against the Golden OC in Golden himself, as he's now wearing down that purple bar. If anyone can get that purple bar down quick, it's Golden. But Q-taro is no slouch. This entire autumn, he's been on his A game. He has been fiending. He has been finding himself, but don't stop for a moment, because look who's mounting a comeback. Golden needs about one more hit to knock down that purple bar, or hey, you know what would be even more effective? A signature, or, you know, a belly-to-belly suplex. That would also be pretty effective, huh? Oh, that was actually enough, huh? That was enough. If he can hit this cutter, he did. Almost knocked the hat off of Q-taro. And with that, Golden's got a signature. Q-taro doesn't, but he's almost on his way there. Rolled out of the way. Uppercut. Oh my gosh, right to the throat. And we can't take anything away from Golden. You gotta remember, he was attacked before this match, shockingly, by Tartaros. Tartaros, who's gained the respect of a lot of people, ends up attacking Golden from behind, ahead of their championship match. Golden's got to keep his eyes peeled. Even though if you're on good terms with somebody, they can turn on you in the blink of an eye, the flip of a dime. The drop of a dime, that's what it is. Goes underneath. Nobody's got a signature at this point. But Golden is about to be right there off the ropes. Ooh, he's flying, and he's flying pretty. Has the finisher and the signature on lock now. Now dragging Q-taro center of the ring. You got to imagine he's thinking about hitting. Oh! I was going to say hitting that move, but reversal. Now it's Q-taro who actually has a finisher and a signature. Hitting Golden in the back of the head. That's one. That's just one. This match has already lasted longer than all of Amon's title reign, as he's saying again, I love you, Miku. Going for that burger bomb. That's one, that's two, and that might just be a resiliency indeed on a normal 1v1 affair. You gotta imagine Golden wouldn't have burned resiliency right there. However, he was attacked again. Remember, attacked before this match by Tartaros. Wait a minute, feet on the ropes. Ref didn't see it at all. Ref didn't see it at all. Q-taro getting kicked side to side, wrecked with a knee strike by Golden. All-Star champion now wailing away with combos on Q-taro. Look at that, lifting him up, but Q-taro a little bit too heavy, able to stop himself, tried to hit that signature. Golden reverses. And now has what looks like a, ooh, submission locked in. I don't think I've ever seen that from Golden, not for nothing. Oh, but look at this. Pops him up, sends him down into the pinfall. Q-taro has no resiliency, didn't need it. Did not need it as Golden walks over to the corner. And we've seen him do, ooh, I was gonna say we've seen him do that before. That would have been potentially the move that's helped him win the championship, striking gold. But instead turns Q-taro around and has paying tribute to John Cena with an STF. Locked in deep, but not enough to burn resiliency on the big man. Goes off the ropes, cutter lands. That cutter spiked him low-key. As he's walking around the ring. Middle rope. Golden has had a fantastic career here in the AWE. Q-taro is just starting his first championship reign. Golden, a two-time OC champion. Former Mr. Golden Ticket and current AWE All-Star champion, but right now he's getting rocked and socked by Burgerburg. As Burgerburg, Q-taro out there unhooking that turnbuckle and now calling again for Golden to get up. Shot right to the guts. Lifted up again, but getting out of the way. Golden not giving up yet. It has been an uphill battle in this fight. But for 1, 2, still not resiliency. Still no resiliency. Double, ooh, not double knees, a single knee strike right to the face. Golden has worked up a finisher. Heads middle rope. Is he going for another knee strike? I'm not sure what he's doing here. Off the ropes. It is another knee strike. Goodness gracious. And now he may be setting up. No, realizing Q-taro's just a step too close. Punches him, elbows, forearms, lifts him up. And, oh, transitioned into that move. Q-taro, however, I don't know how wisely it is to get into the corner. No, he's on the ropes. Wise in that regard. I was going to say Golden can run at you in those corners. Put a nasty knee on you. Might be out cold. Turn around again. Q-taro reversed this earlier on, but right now, it's landing. We've seen that move win him the OC Championship in the past. Will it win him this matchup? No, but it burns resiliency on the Giant. It burns resiliency on the Muscle Gorilla. And I want to point out, that's why you have to look at Golden in a match like this. You have to focus on that man. You take your eyes off of him for a minute. And he's coming back in the blink of an eye. And now he's got a knee bar locked in on Q-taro. And at this point, it might be, if Q-taro wants to tap out, preservation for, he does. Preservation for this coming weekend. He is going one-on-one with Genny. He cannot afford his need to be broken up. He knows that at the end of the day, this is just champion versus champion. He got his moves off. But if he were to get hurt, if he were to hurt his knee, it would be easy pickings for the #1 contender again. Golden, however, had something to prove. For a good chunk of this year, he had been losing left and right. He had been getting pinned, getting decimated. It was up until he cashed in his golden ticket where he started to see a little bit of love in the squared circle. And after getting attacked before the match, that might even be a message sent to Tartarosa. My eyes are focused. You might want to focus on yourself because you're getting into the ring with potentially the greatest OC to ever step foot in that squared circle here in the AWE. Oof. Oh man, almost made me put my neck brace back on. Goodness gracious. Whew. Punch right to the jaw. Up. Switched around and dropped. 1, 2, 2. And it was that knee bar right there. And it's crazy because Q-taro's legs were pretty much fine. But Q-taro, I think, really said to himself, TBH, I don't want any part of that. Q-taro really said, yeah, never mind. I'd rather not. I'd rather not deal with that. And there he is. Your AWE All-Star Champion. And he's golden. Q-taro just down there, catching his breath on the outside. He's got his fingers aimed towards Tartaros. And he's still coming for him this weekend as the Stars come back to me. Thank you. Got a sticky analog stick. Anywho, we got another Battle Royale on our hands. Are you ready to find out who else, who is entering the Rumble? Which four of you guys voted for in this Rumble? Now, the gentleman had a pretty close first and second place. It is less close for the ladies. There wasn't a runaway, but it's like a 3-point difference this time. Oh, here, take some stars, actually. I guess you might want to see. Who's coming out first? Coming out first, actually, is not somebody anyone voted for. The Woken one saying, I'm not waiting. I'm walking out here right now. Has been wanting a match before the fight before Christmas. Is getting one right now. Proper little extra bit of training. Was very happy to be a part of this. And had a fantastic, admittedly a fantastic night at the last OC Revolution. Was unable to get the championship. Hazel remained champion in that regard. But we do have to point out, the Woken one is the one who won the Rumble. Also, it's also important to point out, the Woken one was very close. Very, very close to being the one to win the championship. I digress, though. Not someone you voted for, someone you did vote for. Is oh! With a butterfly mask on her face, Varessa is here. Was actually your fourth most voted upon competitor. She's here. Varessa looks to speed her way down into the AWE for the first time competing tonight. Best of luck to her, Varessa. It's your time. It's your moment. Make it count. Does seem very excited to be here. Let's see if she's able to translate that excitement into pro wrestling skill. We know she's got the speed. We know she's got the... Ooh, I like that transition in the music. Anywho, regardless. Varessa here. Who else is here? She was number 4. This is... returning again in a vote. This is number 2, actually. Dawn Quixote. Dawn is here. A little double Limbus representation. Dawn. Stepping between the ropes, climbing up to the top rope. Dawn is here. Be prepared. Ooh, okay, good flip. Off the ropes. What else can I say? Dawn's ready for this. I think Dawn was voted into the fight at AV Mania, the 10-person elimination gauntlet. I think, regardless, Dawn is here again, number 2 in the votes, and this is not a vote either. This is actually an OC2. And this OC, I think, is very important to recognize. The one with the most eliminations in the Rumble for the OC is at OC Revolution. We also, I think, have to point out, I'd have to do some double checking and I have to do some math, is the person who lasted the longest in that Rumble as well in terms of pure minutes. Was a menace when it came to throwing people over the top ropes, but was unable to get the job done in the end, but did a good enough job to earn a spot here tonight. A lot of people have been looking forward to seeing what she can do in the Rumble match. She's got one more step, one more little practice run before she gets there. Not a lot of OCs competing this time. She's in the ring with some new competitors. Admittedly, some people who've never stepped foot in the AWE, but she's also in there with some people who are seasoned veterans. We'll see in a little bit. I guess really one seasoned veteran, but I digress. Who? Your number one selected character. It is Haru Urara. She's a little horsey. Adorable though, admittedly. That is indeed a little horsey. Running is very much still running, and then stared Suku right in the face. I'm not sure. Look, Haru, I don't know if that was a good idea. Haru, how many races you won? I'm not sure if that was a good idea, girly. Oh boy. Oh no. Haru might be in danger coming up, but you know, has no fear tonight, it seems like. Oh, I know that music. Who is this? Darumi? Oh man. Why is she carrying a clock in her mouth? Girlie's unhinged. Darumi? Can you at least give us some finger guns? Darumi? She is certainly swinging a big stick around. I don't know what to tell you, but she is she's very much here. Best of luck to Darumi, who's kind of freaking me out. But I think that actually is kind of par for the course when it comes to Darumi. Yeah, actually that does sound about right. That does sound about right. Darumi, hey, best of luck to you, I suppose. By the way, she was, I think, voted number 3. Yeah, she was your number 3 vote from 100 Line. Scaring the life out of me. That's another horse song. Oh yes, because officially entering the Rumble match, ECP. Oh, we got 2 horses in this match. Okay. And they are both, it seems, very excited. El Condor. She's charging up, and she's making her run. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I think, actually, Haru might have been a little faster. But it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Let's see if El Condor can finish off the competition tonight. Tossing fists left and right, with a smile on her face, and a little bit of unhingedness in those eyeballs. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. She is here, and that is number 7 in this group, which means if it's anything like what we saw in the men's match, I think I know who number 8 might be. Her tag team partner, Miss Rumble, is looking to make a mark one more time. She said, you can't leave me out of the biggest battle of the year. You can't leave me out of the biggest battle of the year. Jumps back into the ring as she ran around. She is like, hey, are y'all ready to battle? Hey, you can't help but smile when you hear the words Nimona and Rumble. She gets so excited and she is looking to make her mark on this Rumble again. She held most eliminations in the very first one. Has had decent Rumble performances in the past. I think last year didn't have the best spot, but is looking already. Immediately drop kicks her partner. Ain't no friends in this match apparently. Nimona going after Varessa. Dawn in the hands of Suku. Suku getting DDT'd and ECP getting murdered over there by Darumi. Rumi versus Dawn. Suko over there. Haru is able to get out of that move from the Woken one. There's a lot of animal-esque creatures in this matchup, actually. I was just thinking about the horses. We also got Woken Emery. Popped up, and Haru has been able to get out of 2 suplexes in a row. Who would have thought? Dawn over there in the corner. Is Miss Rumble about to already piece together an elimination? It couldn't be. Absolutely not. Varessa, lifting up Suku into a power bomb and a knee strike right afterwards. And look at this with a sit-down strike on Darumi. ECP double axe to the chest of, oh my gosh, and a double axe to the chest. It was a double horse double axe from the corners. And then ECP saying, hey, keep your eyes peeled. It's every woman for herself. And Haru right afterwards saying, you're right, it is every woman or Uma Musume for themselves. Knee strike to the head. Haru over into the corner. Varessa over the top rope saves herself. Darumi unhinged. Oh my gosh. Suku was diving for a... Alright, well, Haru is out first. I can't say I'm surprised. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Big Boot. Big Boot lands, and you can see the disappointment in her face at the bottom. Oh no. And wait a minute. Miss Rumble was almost eliminated there by Suku. As now it looks like, goodness gracious, Darumi was trying to choke the life out of Suku. And it's still looking like she's trying to choke the life out of Suku, but an elbow to the head. Dawn off of the corner, off of the ropes. Doing damage to it looks like everybody. The tag team partners are bickering and fighting right now themselves. Nimona able to get out of the power bomb from ECP. A headbutt to the back of the head of Dawn. Woken Emery looking like she's going after Darumi. Now going after Nimona. And from behind DDT. Dawn now in the grasp of Woken M. Taken down and punches to the head. Nobody else is out. But Nimona in the corner. Varessa. You know, I also forgot to factor in Varessa. This is half animals. This match is half animals right now. Oh, wait a minute. Woken Emery into the corner now. But reversing Varessa there. Suko getting reversed by Nimona, but reversing right back into a DDT. Spiking Nimona's head right onto the mat. Darumi dueling it out with Suku. ECP walking over and kicking. Oh, I don't know who ECP even kicked at this juncture. Reversal of the signature as well by Suku, and Suku now hitting a signature of her own. The pedigree lands on Darumi. We saw that before in our tag team match, and a power bomb lands pop-up style. This is what we were talking about, Suku being one to watch in this brawl when she starts to get going, as long as it's not countouts. Dawn eliminating ECP, by the way. All of the Uma Musume is out immediately as Varessa goes down. Dawn, oh my gosh, Darumi trying to eliminate Dawn as well. Dawn barely holding on, but may not be holding on for too much longer as we're at our final 6. No, Dawn is gone. Dawn is gone. We're already down to 5. Bulldog by Woken M. Everyone's starting to feel the onset of this matchup. Bulldog again by Woken M. Maybe going for a third one. Oh no, a spine buster to Varessa. And an elbow drop doesn't land. Varessa back up to her feet. Going off the ropes instead. Big kick. And oh my gosh, did you see Nimona go flying there? Suku saving herself. Oh my gosh, stomps a million times over to from Varessa to Woken M. And now Nemona's busted open, and you don't want... Hey, Darumi seeing blood, she's like a shark in the water. Oh my gosh, like an F10 to Varessa by Suku. Elbow drop to the gut, and now Suku and Woken M. Oh, Woken M tossed over the top rope. Tossed right over the top rope, and look at that from Suku as well, calling Varessa to get up. But Darumi saying, no, 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 I want this one. And a flying forearm over the top rope, and we're down to 3. Varessa's gone by the hands of Darumi. It's Nemona. It's Suku. It's Darumi. Stepping out of the way of that, these two dueling it out, battling it out. Both of these two love a good battle. And, bouncing the head of Nemona off of the mat. Remember, Nemona is busted open. She's bloodied. She's hurt. She's not having a good time right now. And she might be getting tossed over the top rope. Set down right there. Is Suku going to go and help is the real question. No, Suku actually backs off. Suku backs off and clotheslines Darumi. And gets kicked for her troubles as well. Nemona takes Suku down. Suku, however, with a reversal, sending Nemona's arm into the mat and now goes back after Darumi. Darumi, however, the one in control here with this snap. No, not a snap suplex. Regular suplex. Not reversed. But both of them seem to have taken big damage from it. Nemona went for a shot to the back. Darumi turns around, and they both hit Darumi. And oh man, reversed into a Hurricane Rana. I thought it was going to be a Frankensteiner from the way that she was landing, or a Poison Rana rather. Reversal over the top rope, still survives, and saves herself, steps back into the ring. But Nemona not giving up so easily, saying, go back out again. We'll try this one more time, but again, Suku steps right back in. And from behind, you have to watch Darumi, but Suku saying, all right, this one may actually be a little bit tougher than we thought. Teaming up momentarily with Darumi. Wait a minute, look at this! I thought it was about to be a roll-up, but instead, gets pop-up with a powerbomb. Suku is alone in there with 2 stunned competitors. She could win this entire thing, tossing Darumi. Over the top, it is Suku versus Nemona. Miss Rumble of the very first Rumble and Miss Rumble of all time, but that may be changing. Will the title be handed over instead to Suku? Dragging Nemona. It is also still about experience. Into the corner. We've said that she's one to watch. Reversal. Nemona's still on her feet. Dragging Suku, but Suku a couple of shots to the gut. Oh, man. Lifted up, but Nemona fires right back. Dragging Suku, but again, Suku a couple shots to the gut. Walking over, lifting up Nemona, but Nemona reversing right back. Oh, man, it's back and forth between these two over the top rope. Can she save herself? No, misses. Suku survives. I thought it was over. Nemona thought it was over too, but again, a couple more shots to the gut. Still surviving, still in check. Lifted up and tossed into the ropes. Ooh, but Nemona catches her from the leg. Lifting Suku right back up. Bounced her head on the mat. Maybe knocked out. And she's thinking, Poke-Bomb. The perfect timing. The perfect moment. And a stunned Suku finds herself out of the Rumble. Or rather, out of the Battle Royale. Man, oh man. And that's why I said Suku's gonna be one to watch. Suku's gonna be one to watch. Now here's the difference. Suku is getting all of this experience. Actually getting all of this experience. Nemona has had all of this experience. She knows what to do in a situation like that. Suku could have popped that signature, could have popped that pedigree. Was not privy, did not do it, said, I'll just get her over the top rope, easy peasy. Nemona said, let me stun you real quick, and then toss you over. It's a learning experience. Suku unable to win this one, but hey, put on a show and did last the longest technically other than your winner. Pop-up powerbomb and lasting the longest will earn you a spot in the ladder match rather at AEV Mania or Most Elimination. Suku with that powerbomb onto Darumi. Pop-up style, and this is where it all ended over the top rope and a shoulder tackle right out. Miss Rumble says, Y'all remember what I can do now? Do y'all recall? Nimona is here. Hey, you love to see it. 07's to you, Miss Nimona. As our stars. Come back for the main event. Hey, she got bloodied pretty early too. And she was still able to make her way. That leads us to our main event. It certainly and sincerely does. But let's get it on. It's the end versus Nahida. Nahida wanted this one-on-one. I understand why. Not too privy on stepping into the ring, but she said she'll do it. And she'll do it as the stars. Go black. And that might be the most dangerous man here in the Equalist movement besides their leader, Amon. Without this man, they couldn't do half of the things that they've been doing. Quick ins and outs of being able to avoid security for so long. And I really hate to say security specifically. I meant security, the organization, not the person whose life we tragically lost this past Friday. The end, a despicable, nasty son of a gun. Complete disregard for human life. Something's got to be done about him. Nahida looking to teach him a lesson in the middle of this ring in the AWE. And you know, it's weird, it's not often that we physically see the end. A lot of the time he's doing quick teleport jobs, so it's hard to get a beat on his location. So signing him up for a match is a lot of times the only way we see him. I feel like the last time we physically seen him is when we had to sign him up, when he signed up for a match, we signed him up rather for a match against, was it Olivier? I think Olivier, and that was even a hot minute ago. The end is here tonight, though. Has accepted this match against our head of security. And the Dendro Archon, Nahida, is here. I know Nahida was also greatly affected by what happened with security this past Friday. I was one of her best employees, and honestly, one of her closest friends backstage here in the AWE. They had a great working relationship. And so it wasn't like losing a coworker for her, it was like losing a friend, almost like losing family. But she did promise something to Amon, or rather to security, that she wouldn't let Amon get away with this. And maybe this is her way of doing so, saying, I'm gonna get this man. 1v1 begins, able to duck out of the way of that. And here's the thing about Nahida. She is one of AWE's shortest competitors. That stature, while it doesn't, in your mind, lend credence to, oh yeah, she's gonna be doing great, she's gonna rock it in this ring. She might not. She doesn't have the strength. She doesn't have a lot of the physical qualifications to really do well in the AWE, but she's smart, and that small stature makes it easier to duck and dodge specific moves. In the end, with his height, as long as he doesn't get you in a situation like this, where essentially you've got your neck right in between his arm, like he's squeezing the juice out of a grapefruit, usually It's better for you, but right now Nahida is going to have to deal with whatever the end has planned or in store for her. Once again, the members of the Equalist movement are banned from ringside. Rules of the world say that they can't come to ringside for the duration of this matchup. Jessica trying to break this up. Nahida not wanting to break it up, but the end using that emotion against her. Nahida a step faster. And still grappling with the end. This time it's the end pushing Nahida away, which, you know, I will say makes sense, but Nahida with a never say die attitude tonight. Punch right to the jaw. And a kick right afterwards. The end now. Ooh, wait a minute. Nahida catching the end. And I want to say once again using angles to try and beat the end here tonight. Lifting the end right back up and a shot right to the gut. Not a shot to the gut. And Nahida returns fire with a kick of her own. Turning the end around. And plants him down. Nahida somehow, someway able to get the first bit of damage on the end. Using her small frame to do whatever damage she can, using gravity to her advantage. And that's what I have to keep telling you guys. She might not be the strongest competitor, but she is one of the smartest. It's not always about ring IQ, it's about real IQ, and she's got it. Using momentum, using velocity to her advantage as well. And into the pinfall. One. She's got the littlest kick out. That's actually hilarious. You see how her kick out was like, whoop. And now the end trying to wear down Nahida as well. Taking the back down. And tossed, into the ring, under. And double stomp right to the... Yo, what is going on? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. The movement's banned from ringside, but Miku's not. Miku not banned from ringside, going after the knee there. Rolled out of the way. Punch, turned around, drop kick to the back. Miku, who's going one-on-one with Amon. Nahida, that distraction as well may have worked out in their favor. Rolled through, but ducked underneath, and now Nahida in grave danger as she gets dropped right on her dome. Pinfall lands. 1, 2, kick out. Kick out by Nahida. The end very clearly frustrated with all the distractions happening in this ring. Kick to the gut of Nahida as well. Oh, no. Dropping Nahida on her brains again. Once again, she is not a fighter. 1, 2. But she is bringing the fight tonight. Yanking the arm and yanking Nahida over as well. Nahida forced to roll out of the ring, trying to get her composure back. As the end now takes control in this matchup. Nahida trying to once again use her body to do damage. Is tossed back into the ring. The end jumping back. Trying to take advantage of his taller stature. Onto the ropes, jumping up, and ooh, no! Oh man, that actually might be enough. 1, 2. Kick out again. Still not giving up. Stood right back up. Nahida getting dragged over to the ropes. What is the end thinking here? Whips her over, runs on the ropes, and a kick! And a double stomp right afterwards. Up to the top rope. Nahida slow to her feet, and a double stomp again! Trying to cave in poor Nahida's chest. And standing and stomping on her arm. 1, 2. Still kicks out though. Is a very determined Nahida. Up again and getting suplex. She hasn't had a move on. Haven't been able to do a move in so long. And the end does have a finisher. As he's dropping Nahida center of the ring. Heads up to the top rope, a little far away. But is able to, not land the splash. It gets reversed. Reverse the finisher. Nahida with a punch to the end. Ooh! And it looked like a code break at the end. Kip's right back up, but Kip's up into, a Black Widow. And once again, oh, wait a minute. Nahida very quickly had her hand underneath the foot. I don't think it ever fully locked in. Never fully locked in. Kick to the guts. Turn around, bowing DDT, spiking the end. This may be very far from the end. Super kick to the knee, bringing the end back down to her level. Ooh! And a shot to the back of that as well. Hold on. Now, wait just a second. The end, groggy in the corner, turns around. He doesn't turn around. He couldn't see Nahida coming. He never saw it coming, as the kids say, off of the rope, springboard, frog splash. And the audience on their feet. They want anything but an end victory tonight. As she's looking for this clothesline again. Last time it didn't hit. This time gets every ounce of it. Has two finishers. Tries to go for the first one off of the ropes. Nahida very clearly still groggy after everything that's happened. Ugh! Rolling senton onto the small Archon's body. Turned around. Momentum's now swinging back in favor of the end. Nahida trying to climb into the corner. Turns herself around. She can at the very least see. Shot right to the throat of the end. Wait a minute. Black Widow locked in. This time she's the one to do it. But the end sweeps the leg. And Nahida is in a little bit of grave danger. As, a tornado DDT lands right on the dome of our very smart, very brilliant. Oh, man. Head of security. Up again, and a stomp to the arm, it looks like. Stood up one more time. Super kick lands as well, and the end now has the perfect opportunity to seize this matchup. Man, oh man. 07's in chat. 1, 2. I didn't know she still had resiliency. I had no idea. Lift it up. She might not have it in a second, though. Because the... Oh, wait. Reversal. Reversal. Nahida's got two finishers. The end has no resiliency. You don't think? You don't think? If this thing lands... He has no resiliency. 1, 2. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, I thought she stole it. I thought she had it. Wait, she's walking the ropes. I was like, that's way too far away, but she got that. She got all of it. 1, 2. Nahida might win this match. Her ring IQ, we were talking about her regular IQ. And maybe she had a plan the entire time. Stands the end up. Has put on one heck of a fight. But the end with a reversal into a DDT of his own. And now, he's calling for the end of this. Kisses to who? I don't know who wants to kiss that man's. A drop kick rolling through the ropes. And Nahida clutching at her head, clutching at everything. Middle rope turned around. Moonsault, but she rolled out of the way. Nahida rolls out of the way, drop kick to the back. The end still standing. Irish whip to Nahida, but the end, has her in his grasp. Into the corner. Drop face first onto the ropes. Neck first, actually. But tried to get the legs. The end with a reversal slams the leg. And maybe enough at this point. Slams her leg so she can't kick out. 1, 2. And that's enough to put away Nahida. In what was a brilliant effort by our head of security. Oh, man. I can't believe she mounted one heck of a comeback. We might have to get her in the ring. We might have to for real get her in the ring. For real, 1,000,000%. Miku stood by, maybe to just cause some unease to the end, I guess. Rolled through, dropped onto the neck. 1, 2, and this was a shock of the century when she kicked out of that. Nahida with the kickouts, we saw the resiliency, the never say die attitude. She did so much damage, admittedly, to the end. Maybe the closest we've ever seen the end to really being down outside of what, AV Mania when he got pinned in that tag elimination match. Clothesline. Rocked him. And then here as well, where we saw this move land, dropped. This is where he kicked out. And we were all like, how we do that? 1, 2, kicked out. But she also walked the ropes, burned resiliency. But at the end here, he dropped the knee, and she could not kick out. That's all she wrote. I'm sorry? Is fog starting to set in? Yeah, it's getting foggy and the image going some perfect. Awesome. Come on, Miku. Come on. Come on. Go to free. Yeah. Perfect. See? Rules of the world, baby. Rules of the world. Go ahead and, take him to solitary. Get him, keep him solitary until this Friday. Appreciate you. Thank you. Put me back up here real quick. That's 1 down. Baby. It was all a work, brother. It was all a work, baby. Nahida was not supposed to, well, I mean, if Nahida won the match, it would have been great, but Nahida just had to burn the end down. Burn him down as much as she could, and she did a good enough job for us to set the fog. We turned up our fog machines. We covered the entire arena in a dense, thick fog. Even if somehow they came in, broke through our security, it was going to be hard to find out where they were. And Miku sealed off the powers of the end. It's as we said before, it's so hard to get the end where you want to get the end. Very rarely do we actually see the end because he's just teleporting people around. Usually he'll teleport them like, I don't know, somewhere a little bit further off, and then he'll say, whenever you need me, I'll teleport back and we'll get out of here. So we had to book him. We had to book him and make it seem like, hey, he's gonna be Narcon easy peasy. And he did, but that confidence is what led to his downfall, and that is why Miku showed up. Baby. Oh, man. That is a big victory. Thank goodness. Because with the end out of the way and those powers out of the way, we can deal with like regular security problems. We can stop them from entering the building. But not when they're teleporting around. Now, we just got regular security to make sure it's tight. And we're good. We're good. The end was the biggest threat in the Equalist movement. You can say it's Amon, but it's Amon with teleporting powers that makes him so destructive. But now that that's out of the way, and we can go to the rest of the show, by the way. Cut me back over, actually. Free. Absolutely, positively free. Thank goodness. The end won, but who really won in the end? It was the mind and the brilliance of Nahida, and not just that, the never say die attitude. Until I think she may have wanted to say die. I think there's a one where she could have kicked out. Maybe you could ask her after the show. Probably not. She was pretty beat up, but boy, did she do enough damage to make the end feel confident that he won a regular match. For Miku to get in there and do her thing. And now she's got one more person to take care of. And it's at the fight before Christmas. That being said, Nimona said, are y'all ready to rumble? I think they are. Golden still able to topple Q-taro even after Tartaro's interference. Pardon me, Claude also found his spot. It's weird that none of the people that you guys voted for actually won these battle royales. That being said, that's just momentum going forward. And lastly, Mondo lost, but that's nothing new at this point. Let's take a peek at news. Hey, there's additional news to this, but you know what it is. Miku made her way down to ringside as planned, and also, big kudos to Alice. Big kudos to Alice for essentially telling us if the end is too banged up, he can't teleport away immediately. It'll take a lot more effort. So that was a big W from Alice, who is, I can say with certainty, after giving us that information, is not with the movement for real, and I'm here for that. Tardos attacked Golden before the match. The challenger bent on inflicting harm on the champion, interestingly enough, and Sakura cleared by medical staff, and Sakura, I don't think has anything to do, so maybe, with Sakura being cleared after, you know, attacks on the knee from March 7th at the Black Friday event, she might find herself for the first time as well, I think, in the Rumble match. Very interesting times ahead of us now. I guess we could do next show, and it would be what would be the fight before Christmas, I suppose. That's wrong, but that match would be great. That's wrong, but cool. That's oh, that's interesting. Brother versus sister. Oh my gosh. Yuri versus Doc Robotnik. Interesting. Neo versus Moko. Shin versus Tae. I don't know what the heck this card is. They are not banned. They are banned right now, but their ban lifts this Friday. Their ban lifts this Friday coming. Anywho, against this hodgepodge of a team to the left, I don't know what that's all about. Yo, I don't know what the 2K AI is. Okay, well this one makes sense, actually. It had a whole hodgepodge of a fest here, and then a match that makes sense. This one also kind of makes sense, but very clearly, this is the closest thing that we have seen that's going to actually be on the card. Speaking of the card, I'm gonna say, as I get the stars, that the poll is officially closed. So, what kind of match will Arrow defend their All-Star Championship in? That's wrong. We'll defend their United World Championship in. I'm staring at the All-Star Championship on the screen. Well, let me tell you, it's a whatever I put in chat. But that will be at the fight before Christmas. And let me talk to you about the fight before Christmas. We got the Road Rage Open Challenge. Pi versus Taka inside Hell in a Cell. Arrow's United World Championship match. DJ versus JFJ for the OC Championship. Kaito Ryoma versus Team Wa for the tag team titles. March 7th versus Ibuki Miyota for the All-Star Championship. Iba v Sarah v Marin. Triple threat elimination for the AWE title. And Miku's 4 versus Amon's 4. And one of Amon's 4 has been severely weakened in an 8-man tag elimination match. Miku has said, I want my 4 to have this match, because unlike what happened at AV Mania, my 4 are a real team and they're a real family. It won't be a hodgepodge, it'll be a 4-on-4 for real. That being said, we also got our 2 Rumbles. We got our 2 Rumbles, as we saw earlier. We got a little Golden versus Tartaros. 1-on-1 for the AWE All-Star Championship, and Golden will not be fighting Cassie, but Cassie is Bright rather, but somebody else will be John Cena. And what is a singles match for the ages? Q-taro Burgerburg will be going up against Gen Ibushi, 1-on-1 for the AWE Championship. March 7th versus Margaret for that long reigning Fight Forever Championship match. Mitarai will defend the Fight Forever Championship against Uncle Iroh and Pimp Kazuichi. The Assassin's Web will be fighting for the Tag Team Championship against the Disciples. And lastly, but I think certainly not leastly, Miku versus Amon, 1-on-1. Miku chooses the rules. We gotta choose by the end of Friday night. But that's our card. Predictions will open up this Tuesday, I think. They might open up Monday, but probably Tuesday for real, for real. Because, you know, it is what it is. Anywho, I'm taking off. This has been the last show. This is the last show before the fight before Christmas. In fact, turn that off. This music probably should have been playing the entire time, but I digress. We're almost there. It is almost Rumble season, and the end of this show felt like the biggest win that we've gotten in a hot minute. It feels good. And it's gonna feel good during the feel good season. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I know I am. We're gonna do this and we're gonna do it right. The fight before Christmas is this coming week. Keep your eyes peeled. We got big rumbles. We got big title matches. We got big feud enders, and we have a big ol' Miku versus Amon 1v1 in Amon's last AWE tenured match. We have rather cause to terminate his contract, but Miku wants to make sure that she takes his powers as well. We're keeping security tight on Miku. We're keeping security tight on the entire building. We're gonna get the job done, and we have much less to worry about now that the end can't be teleporting. That's just phase 1, baby. A plan is in motion, and we're gonna make it happen. For security. Toodaloo Flight Crew. And I'll see you for the fight before Christmas. Thank you, as always, for watching.